Can you guys hear us?
Okay, so obviously I first remember meeting Justin in high school, and my first impression there was, oh wow, he's cool. But then I kind of got to know him a little bit, and at the county fair, this is what I remember. When Daxton was over playing with me, I thought Daxton was the cutest kid ever. And I made sure to tell Justin that. I was like, oh my gosh, your little boy is so cute. And he was like, well, yeah, look at his dad. And then that's when I was just like, oh geez, there's the Justin that I remember.
I first remember meeting Makenzie in high school, but it wasn't until the county fair last year. I was down there with Daxton, and he just ran right over to her and started playing with her, and that's when I realized that's who I wanted to be with.
Okay, so how did the proposal go? This is how I remember it. So a couple of days before Valentine's Day, well, so the Saturday before Valentine's Day, me and Justin went and picked out my ring. And so, but he told me that there was no way it was happening on Valentine's Day because that's so cliche. And so I wasn't expecting it. And Valentine's Day shows up, and I get these flowers, because in the back of my mind I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And then these flowers show up that day with some little presents and stuff. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's not happening. And my day was kind of not very great. And then we show up to his house later that night, and his whole family was there. All of his brothers with their wives, and we're sitting downstairs and we're about to play a game. And Justin decides to play Monopoly because Justin loves Monopoly. And I hate Monopoly, but I was gonna play it because everybody wanted to play it. And then we were down there, and we get the board set out, and everything's just going great. And I'm starting to pass out the pieces of the board game, and he takes them from me. And he's like, I'm gonna pass these out. And I was like, okay. And so I'm not even thinking anything of it, and he starts passing the pieces out. And then he kind of tosses one to me and says, here's your piece. And I pick it up, and it was my ring. And she got down on one knee and asked me.
So Mackenzie's description of the proposal is pretty much accurate, other than, you know, after she got her flowers at work, she was supposed to go outside, and I had actually had a plane with a big banner that said, Makenzie, will you marry me? But she totally missed that part, so then I just had to go to the Monopoly.
So one of our most memorable dates, and I think both of us would agree on this one, was we went to an Eric Church concert, and there was nothing in particular that was amazing about it other than the music, obviously, but
and the swing dancing in the chairs.
And so that's where a lot of our wedding songs have came from, was from that concert. I remember him in the middle of the aisle asking me to dance, swing dance, mind you. So we were running into people, and it was just so much fun. And I think that's when I really realized that, wow, I love this kid. One of the things that I think that I admire most about Justin is his strong will. If he thinks he's going to get something done, he's going to do it. There's no telling him no or changing his mind, and that's admirable to me because I feel like that's kind of how he is with me, and you know, he has his sights set on me or whatever, and he'll do whatever he can to make me happy, and that's what I admire the very most.
The thing that I admire the most about Makenzie is that she's one of the most selfless people that I know. She's willing to drop anything and everything that she's doing just to help someone else. I mean, from the smallest thing to the biggest.
Okay, so this next question is, how did we know each other was the one? Why are you laughing? So kind of I don't know. People honestly say all the time, you just know when you know. And that's really how I felt. I felt like I found my best friend. It wasn't like, it felt like I knew him before. And I was just getting to know him again. It wasn't like, reunited. After, it was just like I found my best friend again.
And I knew that she was the one, because if I could drag her through a week of the spike out cut and she not complain one little bit, she had to be a good one.
Okay, so how do I envision my future with Justin? Honestly, I can only see happiness. I think obviously in a few years we'll begin our family together, and I don't know, all I can say about it is I can see happiness, and that's what I'm excited about.